All right, all you rock stars, we're getting ready to make a VooDoo burger. All right, here we go. Okay.
Well, are you making your voice deeper?
You are. You're imitating the God Man.
That's too funny. You gotta look at their fart. I need a bottle of water. That's fucking, that's too funny.
So hey, I'm Casey Grello. I play drums with Queensryche, and I love VooDoo Chef. It's amazing stuff. My wife and I cook with it all the time. Thank you, VooDoo Chef.
Hey y'all, Bubba here at Wicked Oak Barbecue in Tampa, Florida. As most of you know, we love helping out and giving back to the community. We do a lot with a bunch of different foundations, but one we worked really close with the last couple years is our buddy Erik Young over at the VooDoo Chef Foundation. You know, at first when we first met Erik, I was like, oh, I don't know about this guy. I thought it was all about the Jack Daniels and stuff, but man, this guy does a lot for the community and plays a huge role in the up and coming chefs all throughout the Tampa Bay area. This guy loves what he does, and you can see it in his work. Be sure to come check us out over in Seminole Heights at our brick and mortar, or if you're at one of the games or events down at Emily Arena. We are inside Emily Arena now. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or our TikTok.
What's going on, Voodies? It's your boy, Johnny B. First of all, I want to thank you for checking out the VooDoo Chef Podcast. Your support means the world. The VooDoo Chef's my guy, and this podcast, it's pretty entertaining. And they record it live on YouTube every Tuesday night at 8:15. So download it and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Bing! Hit that right there. And wherever you get your podcast, just go search VooDoo Chef Podcast and subscribe to that too. But make sure you set a reminder right now every Tuesday night at 8:15 so you can watch it live on the YouTube channel. Go. Tell Alexa right now, remind me to watch the VooDoo Chef Podcast at 8:15 p.m. Alexa, done. She's doing it right now. I love my Alexa. Thanks for checking out the VooDoo Chef.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, foodies? I'm like so distracted. I've got ADD shit happening everywhere, but it's a great day here in Tampa, Florida. Thanks for checking in. Dude, I'm like updating golf. I'm like updating all these things we talked about in our meeting. And I'm like, oh, wait, that explosion means we got to talk now. What's going on, Patrick?
What's happening? What's happening?
Not to like put you behind the curtain. We weren't in meetings for the hour previous to the podcast.
All right, not at all, no.
But somebody's got to do the hard work to get these events ready to go so we can come out and party like rock stars, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, and we've got so much going on. First of all, let's check these comments, see who's here, because people are checking in already, but nobody's checking in. Delia checking in from Plant City. It's been a hot minute, D. I hope you're doing well. And watch me just throw this softball your way. VooDoo Bash is right around the corner. Are we going to see D's Village Catering make a comeback and make a return appearance at VooDoo Bash. I think that would be pretty badass. We got Fleener checking in, and we're going to call bullshit on Fleener right out of the gate. Fleener has created a drink that he calls Bananigans. It is it's coconut rum. It's 99 bananas, and like you need anything else after that. But he calls it Bananigans because he thinks I cheated trivia. We're driving home from the Johnny B show last night, and he wins again. Bananigans. I'm just a little competitive, and probably more so than everybody else. And there's Sean's drink right there. We got Seth Edmund checking in. Sean, how many Bananigans are you into already? And of course, Sean has gone from self-appointed ambassador to now mixologist, and he's making his own cocktails, even though they're at our expense. Thanks, buddy.
Well, at your expense.
Yeah, whatever. I'm okay with that. I know the 6'7", 240 frame. I got a nice hard exterior here, no matter what it looks like. Paul Compton checking in. Paul, what's going on, buddy? Hope you and Annalise are doing well. More importantly, I hope I see you at the Epicurean. Apparently, it is your anniversary weekend. We will tell you happy anniversary in advance, my friend. And without you, I'd still be a broken man. So much love to you and Annalise for helping take care of that. We got Dane checking in. Dane, man, just checking in from over there somewhere in that Orlando area. I live near Orlando, 45 fucking minutes away. It's a hard place to get to after a night of Jack Daniels, buddy. I'm just going to be real. And then Dane recently posted all his students making pasta for Pasta Day. And the beauty of it, they all had on their VooDoo Chef coats that we donated because of folks like you guys out there checking us out. So thanks for all of your support for the VooDoo Chef Foundation that allows us to do things like put Dane's kids in VooDoo Chef coats, because it would be like the football team going out there and playing in their t-shirts. They got to feel like they're part of something, and it's probably the number one thing that we do in school is make them feel part, make them belong. And it's something we talk a lot about at the academy at Irwin. Oh, look, Pat pulling these up. Oh, this is when they did the chili cook-off.
Yeah.
So this was the chili cook-off. I don't know why he's holding a piping bag for the chili cook-off. Maybe that's a sour cream. I don't know.
Sour cream, hopefully.
Yeah. I don't know. I like buttercream on my chili sometimes. So, hey, if you're out there, let us know where you're checking in from. More importantly, what you're drinking. I'm in one of those moods tonight, buddy. I walked over and I grabbed the bottle of Gentleman Jack that I've been nursing for a hot minute. And I've got my bourbon glass. If you could see, this is a 4-finger bourbon glass. We're gonna go top shelf tonight. We're gonna be doing a little
nice
Jack
nice.
12 tonight.
Jack 12, yep.
There
you go.
We popped this the other weekend. I told you I saved you some, and I will still make sure and save you some because this is like some good stuff, man. And this is for all you guys out there, man. Thanks for tuning in with us every Tuesday night here, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, our other Facebook channel, Twitch, which I don't even know how to fucking use Twitch, but it goes to Twitch. And coming real soon, we will be streaming on RHS TV every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. So just another way for you to watch it. You won't have to sit on your computer. You could go on your TV, your big 65-inch, which I know you're going, please, no, don't even suggest that, right? I don't want to see it either. But you could look at our ugly mugs on the 65-inch. And do what we do, talk shit like we always do. Could you imagine us in somebody's living room, and all of a sudden I'm like, fuck, I knew the answer to that one. As Melanie's looking at us like we're crazy, checking in from Iowa. We got a big show, man. Big show. We got Backroad Barbecue. I talk so fast. Backroad Barbecue checking in from Iowa. They got some big news, and I'm so super excited for them. And yes, the big news is that Cody has healed. He's better now. But some bigger news past that, and we might have to go blind tonight because these are bothering me. I'm blind with them anyway. So. Right? True Eyes, best eyeglass people in town. We got Bearded checking in. Bearded is checking in from some big event down south, some food expo where he's cooking just a fuck ton of barbecue. 65 inches worth of shenanigans. No idea what that means.
The TV, 65-inch TV.
I thought it was a reference to me cheating. Still, I thought it was just another reference to me cheating.
Yeah, that way everybody can watch you cheat on the big screen, and not have to look at a tiny little screen.
Dude, but when you say shit like that, he's gonna believe that I cheat. When you say that,
everyone already does, doesn't it?
Yeah, but when you say that, he's like, "See, Pat said it. Pat said it. Yeah, I know he cheats." I don't. I wish I did. As a matter of fact, Sean, you heard us on the radio last night. I knew the answer to the honey question, and I gave it away because I had already heard that question before in a previous trivia. So I knew it. Right? Right? Did I tell you that rum in my car for you spilt when I got home? Actually, tomorrow morning when I get in the car, because I read this comment. It spilled. I don't know what happened. What's that?
It spilled into your glass?
It spilled. Well, no, not tomorrow morning because I got to go to work. Tomorrow, that rum spilled tomorrow when I got in the car. Oh, dude! All right, we got a lot of stuff coming up. We got Back Road coming on, and we've got Kendra coming on from. I always screw this up. From Good Food Events and Catering. Wow, that's hard for me. A guy I went to high school with, Chris. He owned Good Eats on Southdale Maybury, and they were on Heat Seekers, and they won the very first burger event that I was in with, and they won Bring the Heat category, and oh my God, the heat that burger brought, I still want that burger, and so every time I go to say Good Foods, I say Good Eats, and it's just a slip. It's no disrespect. It's just how I'm wired. Get over it. So, all right, I got a couple more events, and then we'll shut up and we'll just start rolling. We'll get Mel and Cody in here to see what's going on up in Iowa. They had some mad storms last night. First and foremost, right around the corner, a month away today. It's been 5 years since I've been at the Epicurean Hotel. And what I mean by at the Epicurean Hotel, I was there a couple weeks ago. I know we did a big event there. But prior to COVID, fuck that word. Prior to COVID, I did 3 or 4 events at the Epicurean a year where I would go in and I would cook VooDoo. I would stand up and I would make VooDoo food and I would show people how to make it. Kind of like we do on the third Thursday where Pat and I recorded some videos and we put them out showing how to make shit. We do it live. I stand there live, and we sold the theater out for like 4 years, and it's a blast. We go in, start the night with a cocktail, and then we just start cooking. And I think we've created a pretty good menu. If you've never had VooDoo shrimp, since I haven't been there in 5 years, we're doing VooDoo shrimp. You may have seen us do it on Dinner Diaz. I hope you've made it at your house before. If not, it's a great way to come out and try it. I will be walking through the entire process only after making a margarita. So we're going to start with the VooDoo margarita, tequila 512, lime juice, agave, Grand Marnier, agave syrup, some sugar, some zest, and VooDoo red. It will knock your socks off. I made that entire dish, the margarita and the VooDoo shrimp on Dinner Diaz. You can go back and watch it, or you can come party with us. Watch us cook. And the beauty of when you come to the event, as soon as I'm done making the dish, it's served right in front of you. So I'll make the margarita, they'll bring you a margarita. I'll make the VooDoo shrimp, they will bring you VooDoo shrimp. It's a pretty cool event. While you're sitting there eating, we strike the entire stage. and we reset for the next course. Second course that night, we are doing a dish inspired by our buddy Hollywood. He inspired this dish. He did a buffalo pork tenderloin with a gorgonzola cream sauce. We're doing a buffalo pork tenderloin with gorgonzola mac and cheese. Off the cuff. I'm going to tell you, it's so easy to replicate, but when you taste this dish, it just like, when we did the test batch of the mac and cheese not too long ago, because it's been a minute, we ate one pint and we're like, yeah, that's pretty good. And then it's like, let's get the other pint out just to make sure. So we ate fucking a half gallon of goddamn mac and cheese between three of us. And we're going to walk through the whole process. And again, as soon as we're done, they bring out the dish and you get to taste it. With the buffalo pork, we're going to make the VooDoo version of the New Orleans favorite, the Hurricane. And, I don't like these fruity, sweety drinks. So we picked out some ones that are like top notch, and the Hurricane is going to knock your socks off. I mean, if the margarita didn't, like, the margarita is going to put you under right there. I'm going to tell you that right now. Read the recipe. It's fucking a teaspoon of agave syrup and a lime with 5 ounces of alcohol. And it's so yummy. And then the Hurricane, it's pretty much the same match. So winner, alcoholic dinner. And then we wrap it up with a tequila sunrise pound cake and the bikini martini, which we made last week when Shema was on the podcast. It was awesome when she goes, where'd you get that recipe? I want that. It was off your website. Oh. Guys, click the link. Check it out. It's a great Father's Day gift. It's a great come hang out. It's a great come party like monsters. If we sell the place out, we're immediately going to set up the next one. I already know what I'm wanting to do in the next event. So buy the tickets so I can write the menu and put it up. I'm dying to do some. I know it's going to sound crazy. What's the last thing you think I'd say I want to cook? No, don't say vegetarian, because those people don't exist.
I wasn't going to say salad, but maybe sushi.
I wanted to do some fish, man. I'm
on the right track. Okay.
I've been
talking. Get a grouper sandwich.
No, I'd love to do the game changer grouper, man. That's like the best thing ever. No, but I got a nice center of the plate fish that I've been talking some of our buddies with that talk food with us every fucking day. So we've been talking about this one reoccurring fish dish over and over and over again. And I actually had one of the judges on Chopped. I can't remember his name. Mark Murphy. I actually had the pleasure to eat his food, cooked by him and his team, not just his team. And he did a real nice fish dish that it sounds like what we're talking about. So it all sparked memories, and we're going to put that on the next Epicurean menu. So grab your tickets. Let's get to Epicurean. Behind that, VooDoo Chef, homemade fish sticks. Got you on that, dude. We're going to make a little black and mahi taco. Sean puts on his posts. He puts out his VooDoo food every day, his self-appointed ambassador. And today he puts out a grilled cheese and chips, and he goes, no VooDoo used. Like, dude, that's the food I want to eat. I want your grilled cheese with turkey today, bro. That's what I want to eat. We may or may not have bought cases of white bread to take to school just so we could make grilled cheese.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yo, Eurobake, we need some sliced white bread. All right, so you know what? We'll talk about Sig Chef when Kendra comes in. We don't need to talk about VooDoo Bash. If you weren't on the radio last night, you weren't following I think we put up a couple posts. Seth Edgman, he won VooDoo Bash 2 years ago. He was on Johnny B with us last night. We had Cooksey from Hillsborough Culinary Academies, where Pat and I hang out all day. She came on, and she made a couple burgers. and we're calling it Road to Bash. So next week we're going to have another cook on. Johnny has asked me to come down and co-host Monday nights with him, and I was flattered. And I love going down, hanging out, and just basically I'm hanging out with my buddy. You know, it's kind of like doing Tuesday night on Monday night. So right. So we just hang out 2 nights in a row, and this happens to be on the radio. Of course, you can listen to it at theboneonline.com worldwide. But Sed was on, and he previewed what he's going to be making at VooDoo Bash. He said he was in. He gets on the radio and he talks all this shit. I love you, Sed, about his inspiration for this burger, and he's like, just a lot less fucks on Monday night. You're exactly right. So Sed's talking all about this inspiration, you know, going to California, being on my trip, going overseas, this and that. And I'm like, Sed, fucking 15 minutes ago in the green room, you told us you were inspired by the fucking Whopper. And he's like, well, yeah, I did say that. But it was both. Too funny. Oh man, I love when people are texting me in the middle of the podcast. But it's about students, so that's going to take a little priority. I almost just ran a commercial so I could call and deal with this issue for the kids. But they can wait just a little bit. Sed came on. He made I'm going to say a surf and turf. He did a blend. Sed, do you not want me to talk about your burger? If you don't, yes, sir, Whopper, baby. All right, so he took the beef patty and he made a blend. He added, and not a blend of different cuts of meat. I don't know if he used 80-20 or he did use a special grind, but he put the seasonings in the burger. And he leaked oil last night. He drops a little bit of fish sauce into his patty to hit that umami bomb. And, you know, Pat thought it was a little hot last night. I thought it was absolutely perfect on the patty. But, you know, that's going to come down to a matter of preference, and we can't control that.
Right.
On top of that, he put a soft shell crab. Everything was done. And when he said a Whopper, this thing was built like a flipping Whopper, dude. It was huge. And I think what said it was like a Whopper in the 80s when we came up, not that crap you get now. And it was off the flipping chart. And I'm looking to see if I have a photo of this bad boy, but I don't. Said, if you can text one to either me or Pat, we'll get it up. Because I know Sed took pictures of it. It was huge. He cooked them right out in the parking lot, so they walked in hot. And I got to tell you, you guys are gonna have a run for your money here because Sed's burger was off the chart. And you know what? We got 7 minutes here. Let's see if I know what I'm doing here. Maybe I do. I might be able to pull this off. Let's see. Okay, maybe not. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just going to stay over here in my lane. Said, if you got a picture, send that to me or Pat, and we'll get it up on the screen. Baller Burger. I don't know how he's going to pull it off. He's texting me earlier tonight talking about there's only 2 full moon cycles coming up, and, you know, we got to get these fucking crabs with their shells molten and all this stuff, and all I know is I'm going to eat it. Did you say in the 80s when we came up? Carmack's not here yet. Carmack's not here. Carmack's older than that. You're exactly right. Yeah. We all know Pat's a 90s baby like you there, buddy. Up in the 90s. It's that grunge music. I think that's what fucked up all you millennials.
Thanks.
I meant it with love.
Of course.
Carmack will be joining us here in a minute to get a little Florida man, but man, look at that. No watch. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Coming up in about 5 minutes, we're going to bring in Back Road Barbecue. They're going to tell us all their updates from Iowa, how they survive these crazy flipping storms. I think they were just a little south of them. They were a 2 warning, not a 5 warning, if I'm not mistaken. Cody's looking at me like, why is he talking this shit? He don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. But you were a 2, not a 5. I'm correct on that. So coming up in just a couple minutes, we've got Backroad Barbecue. Don't go anywhere.
What's going on, VooDoos? The only way to start your day here in Tampa Bay is with some hot-pressed Cuban toast from my friends over to Lessie Bakeries. They start with their house-baked Cuban bread. They brush it with butter and then press it paper thin inside their sandwich press. The buttery goodness and the crispy taste is something you can only find right here in Tampa Bay. It's so good, it's where I take all my friends. What's going on, VooDoos? Tonight, it's all about the Murmur rum. It's a coconut rum that is definitely voodoo worthy. We're going to start by filling up our rocks glass with ice. Real simple. We still have ice in our shaker, and now it's time to mix the drink. We're going to start with about 2 ounces of Murmur. And we all know I pour heavy, so it is what it is. 2 ounces pineapple juice. An ounce, if I can open it right, an ounce of Chambord. And now it's time for that magic shake. And remember, we want to shake until we feel that frost building up on the outside of our glass. We're agitating, we're mixing, doing it all at once. All right, here we go. We fill up our glass. Oh, look at that. We're going to leave just enough room on top for a splash of our bubble water. And then what better way to garnish a voodoo cocktail than with a Southwestern lime, silver sprinkled macaron from Shay Shay Sweets. Murmur rum, guys. Check them out.
Patrick Arts, I've got good news and I've got bad news.
Here we go.
I'm going to give you the good news first.
Okay.
I don't know what 825 means, but we got Gigi Pender Arts in the room. and look at that picture right there.
You're all right.
Would that be EFA right there?
That's a couple, probably 2 years ago, maybe 3.
So EFA in the picture of Gigi Pender Arts, and that's the good news. The bad news is you got to now be 4FA.
Before now, I'm dropping down.
You got to be 4FA because I now know Gigi Pender Arts.
Of course.
and I'd love to know what 825 means. Maybe because I was looking at my watch, and I don't have a clock.
Probably.
Helping me out, helping a brother out, nothing but love. We got Kendra in the chat room already. So as we lead up to bringing Kendra in the room at 9 o'clock, if you have any questions for her, go ahead and throw them in the chat room. She'll answer them. But I doubt she's going to leak any oil as to what she's going to be making at the burger competition. Nor is Bearded. Bearded is usually pretty tight-lipped, so he's in the room as well, along with tied for 2FA, Miss Gigi Pender Arts, and 4FA's right here co-hosting with us. But right now, we're bringing in our friends from Iowa. Cody and Mel, what's going on, Backroad?
Oh, not a whole lot.
Just trying to stay dry.
So you guys had some pretty massive storms over the past week, 2 weeks come through. We know that they had that big F5 go through. I think it was Oklahoma, maybe it was Nebraska. That's still a ways away from you, but you guys had some pretty rough night last night, 20 or 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. The storms that we had, was that last week?
Well, last week was rough, but last night we had wind and possible tornadoes to the west of us, but nothing got this far.
Yeah, you were level 2, right?
Whatever that means, sure.
I was
We're
talking
not
with
in the hurricane environment up here.
I was talking
Anytime it
with
could be.
I was talking with the IFA. He said there's a 1 through 5 rating, and he said the rating where he was a 2 last night. You guys were going to get about 20, 30 minutes of some real heavy wind and possibly some rain and hail.
Well, we definitely got the rain.
Sure did.
But the storms that hit on the 26th last week, there was 24 tornadoes that came through Iowa.
Holy moly.
And one was an F5.
Really, in Iowa?
Yep. That's the one that leveled Minden.
When they call it an F5, and because joining us right now, if you just joined the VooDoo Chef podcast, we've got storm chasers Cody and Mel with us from Iowa. So as official storm chasers, an F5, is that solely based on the rotation speed, or is it based on the size of the base as well?
No, so it's actually the path of destruction is a lot of that, and then it goes off of wind speeds as well.
Do you know how wide the F5 was that went through Iowa? I mean, you said it took out Minden. That's a whole fucking town.
Yeah.
The width of an F5 damaging path is 2 miles.
2 miles. But just so we know, and again, we're here with official storm chasers, Cody and Melanie. When we say it took out Minden, I mean, let's be real. In Iowa, that could just mean a 4-way stop, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
It could be. How big was Minden?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
It's small.
Did they have a street light?
It's 2 4-way stops.
Did they have a Taco John's?
No.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't that big. I mean, I think you have to have 3 stops and a blinking light minimum to get a Taco John, right?
Probably.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, and if you have any questions for our consultants here, just feel free to chat right in the chat bar. They are fast food consultants, so don't hesitate. But also, you guys are competitive barbecuers.
On the weekends.
On the weekends, right? So we get the real gig. That's where we go to work and we cut our hands up so that we can't play on the weekend.
Yeah.
Tell us you tell us what comps you've done so far. With the weather being bad, it's probably been tough, but I know you've done a burger event, and I know you've done another one as well.
So we did the competition in Altoona, Iowa. That's the Iowa State Barbecue Championship. And then we did a fundraiser event for the veterans something. I don't know. It was some veterans.
It was some.
It was a fundraiser for a veteran.
But it was a big rib cook-off. And so we
50 racks of ribs in 12 hours.
That's what you guys did.
Yeah.
Now, was how long ago was that?
A couple weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
So what were you cooking on at that time?
We had our
2 vertical pit bosses that we use on a regular basis.
So two vertical pits, and you did how many racks?
50.
And how many fit in one? I'm just curious.
10 at a time. I had a barrel going too, which I had 7 in it.
Now I hope that was
27 at a time.
I hope that was an ugly drum barrel, and if not, we need to get Jonathan on that and work on that.
Oh, absolutely. Ugly all the way.
So make sure you check out Ugly Drum Smokers. Our buddy Jonathan Nardone, he and Twisted, the masterminds that created the insanity of the upright barrel for VooDoo, and I have nothing but love for that. So how did you do in these comps? The ribs and the Altoona, how did we fare?
So we got a call-in chicken,
Out of 40 teams, we got a 10th place call in chicken.
That doesn't suck.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Not with the lineup that was there for sure.
Yeah.
Now, which category are you competing in these days?
So it just depends on which one we go to. But like this weekend, we're actually doing a turkey smoke, and we're also doing ribs and chicken.
But are you in the backyard, or are you guys now in the competitive?
So most of what we do is in the backyard, but we do have a few masters competitions that we'll be doing.
Hell yeah. It's time to pull that trigger. I mean, I don't know if you know this. I got a gold medal in basketball last week. I was in the 5-7 league down at the YMCA.
Perfect.
Yeah. I
There
mean,
you go.
I balled. I mean, I felt bad when I boxed out, EFA, because he's in the same league I'm in. But I think you guys need to take the leap, man. Think you need to just jump in and just go play against the big boys and kick their fucking ass.
Maybe next year.
All right. I know it's tough in all of your work you're doing with the franchising of Taco John's and the research with that, the storm chasing. It's hard to work in the competitive. But, dude,
exactly.
Everybody knows I'm talking shit. Tell us about your big news because, you're the Iowa ambassadors for VooDoo, but you guys had a major score. You guys just had a major pickup, and I love seeing those photos. Tell us what's going on.
So ever since October, Melanie started a conversation when we were at the Royal with a guy from Danson's, which is a pellet fuel company. They are reusing sawdust from a milling operation to make fuel. Well, they finally got into pellet smokers, and we were telling them how much we loved their products, and so they started talking, and well, about 2 months later we found out that guy no longer had a job with Danson's. So at that point I thought I had ruined all our chances because I had told too many people.
Yeah, you got that guy fired.
You ruined that opportunity. So for the longest time I had no idea she was talking to these other guys.
It was down low under the radar because Big Mouth McGee over here
talks too much.
Talks way too much, and he
is from Iowa.
There's that.
So she finally found somebody that agreed, and they said, "Well, welcome aboard. You're on the team."
Hell
and that
yeah!
included Louisiana Grills and Pit Boss.
That is absolutely insane.
Well, we still didn't believe it until last Wednesday when I got a phone call in the middle of a meeting at work. Said, "Hi, I'm FedEx Freight. I have 2 deliveries headed your way in 15 minutes." So I had to leave work, and I got home, and I have a 72-inch smoker in a box sitting on my front steps.
And you're complaining about this, buddy. I don't get it.
Oh, I wasn't complaining.
Look at that.
I left work for smoking, so we're good.
You got fired from work for smoking? That's how rumors get started.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's awesome. So now you got 2 different grills, same parent company, but 2 different titles, right?
Yes.
And you can drop them down as 2 different sponsorships, which is insane. And you're going to go out and rock those. And I could not be more proud of you guys. But I have to agree with Twisted and Cody. I promise I won't put anything else up to break your train of thought, because when I put it up, you stop to read it, just like I would do, because I have ADD. Time to jump in the deep end, man. Time to jump in. Still next year.
Finishing dialing in our competition trailer. We've been doing a lot of upgrades and stuff. So,
well, that makes sense. You got to have the right tools for the right job. And if you don't have the tools to be able to hang with the big boy, which is your trailer and everything that goes along with that, it is a big investment. And I'm proud to have the VooDoo flag flying over your camp there, man.
Always.
Every dime.
That's nothing but love. What can we do for you from Tampa? How can we show you some love?
Well, we're gonna have to put in an order with you here pretty soon.
Well, let's. Did you guys hear the knock?
VooDoo Zing is starting to knock on the door with a lot of different people up here.
Well, let's definitely have a conversation about that. ADD set in. I heard the knock, 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 and then Patrick's camera went off, which means EFA was banging on his door, which is awesome. Do you know what EFA is? We use these terminologies like everybody knows. EFA is everyone's favorite arts. That's Lucas, Pat's son.
That's his son.
And so Patrick was 2FA until we met his wife, and then he was 3FA. And tonight we got Gigi Arts checking in, and so now he's 4FA. But that's okay.
Just dropping fast.
How many more relatives do you have, buddy?
I'm not telling you.
Not me. Don't tell Ed. So
nobody else watches the podcast, so it's all good.
Right? There's we got tens and tens of hits right now. Speaking of that, if you're watching right now, hit that share button. Let everybody know where you're hanging out. Get their ass in here too. We got to let everybody know about all the good things we're doing, whether it's here up in Iowa, giving back. And, that's kind of why we connected. I don't remember the exact connection. I think you guys popped up on one of my feeds or some shit. But the fact that you go out and you're giving back and you're doing events for vets and you're going back and doing these types of things, that just strikes a chord. And I'm proud to be associated with you guys.
We appreciate it.
Now we got to throw your ass in the pool. That's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna get
next year.
You know
we'll
what?
Come after Dave.
So you're not competing at the Royal, is that what I heard?
No, but we will be working, doing volunteer work.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
Hey, you get to cruise around in a golf cart all day.
Would you
and hang out with?
Okay, keep going.
You get to hang out with all the different barbecue people.
Okay.
And you don't have to worry about staying up all night cooking meat. You just get a party for the whole weekend.
Okay. So which would weigh more? And we'll just let it hang.
Okay.
Or hanging out with 100 of your favorite friends, eating barbecue for 4 hours with an open bar. And as soon as we're done eating for 4 hours, we light up some cigars and we get a concert in the park from Dierks Bentley. Just saying. Just saying.
Sounds like a great time.
You're welcome to be part of our Pig Jig judging team. I'm sure we have a date for that somewhere. Check out Tampa Pig Jig online, guys. Get your tickets. It supports Neff Cure. We're trying to find a cure. And some of the guys that created this big event, one of the guys has kidney disease, and he's part of that group. So Pig Jig is nothing more than a huge, huge barbecue party to raise money to help find a cure. So if you're in Tampa Bay in October, check out Tampa Pig Jig. And if you're at Tampa Pig Jig, make sure you come over and say hello to me. This year, I promise, I'm not going to be in a wheelchair. I'm going to be partying like a rock star with everybody else. So
perfect.
If you guys want to come down, you're more than welcome. We can point you in some right directions and make it all happen. So October 19th. It's crazy how I don't remember numbers, but, events, somehow they lock in, right? Sometimes.
There you go.
Sometimes. All right, where are you guys next? How can we follow you? Backroad Barbecue on all social media?
Yep. So we will actually be headed up to Minnesota this weekend, and we're doing the Minnesota in May competition. So we'll be sharing our adventures on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm sure TikTok. And
make sure you tag us at VooDoo Chef 13 on everything. I even have a Snapchat. Never been on it once, but they tell me I have a Snapchat. So, I don't know. Maybe I do. At VooDoo Chef
Perfect.
13, tag us. Use the hashtag Voodies. We're proud that you're part of the team, and let's connect early next week. Well, you know what? You and I can connect over the weekend because, with that 1 hour time change, it throws IFA off. I don't know about you guys. It ruins IFA's day. So hit me up over the weekend. We'll come up with some plans to see what we got to do to take over Iowa with Zing.
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect.
All right, rock stars. We will chat real soon. Guys, make sure you follow them at Backroad Barbecue on all the social medias. Throw them hearts, loves, like, follow, ring the bell, whatever it is the fuck you're supposed to do. I don't know. I'm drinking Jack. Here's to you guys. We'll chat with you real soon. All right, Voodies. Show them the love. These are some of the good guys that are sharing the VooDoo love up in Iowa and throughout the Midwest. I'm sure. I wonder if they know Mike. He's from Ohio too.
Close enough.
Close enough, right?
Yeah, right. It's all same area.
It is. I mean, once you go north of like Tennessee, they all know each other, right? Mel, Cody, you're welcome to stick around for VooDoo Games at 9:30. And if anybody out there wants to join us for VooDoo Games, you will have the opportunity. Of course, according to Fleener, it's all rigged. He calls it bananigans. And that's why he's drinking tonight, because now he'll have an excuse if he comes in and loses. He could say, well, I drank too much. But if you'd like to come in and join us for VooDoo Games, we will put that code up here around 9:20, 9:25, and you can log in and play VooDoo Games with us. If Backroad's still here, you can jump in with them. If Kendra is going to stick around, which she's going to stick around, she'll be playing. I hope Tim and Milo come in. We will see. It's going to be a good night. I don't know what happened to Ed Carmack. We must have broken him last night. We were on the Johnny B show.
It must have been that sign. You see, he still hasn't recovered from reading that sign on the door.
Oh my God, that sign was atrocious. If you don't know, I spell things horribly, and Ed Carmack is the guy who checks them. And Ed cannot walk past a sign with something spelt wrong. And this was on one of the doors at 102.5, Reservarid for engineering. And we're walking by, and he's like, "Oh my God!" I mean, he's like, he's having an issue, and I'm like, "Dude, what?" And he goes, "You brought me by this sign on purpose, didn't you?" And I got to be honest, I'm looking at the sign, going, "What's wrong with it?"
I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for him to go pull out a Sharpie or something and try to fix it for them.
I thought he was going to take it down, but his only comment was, "I wonder how long it's been up." And I don't know, but engineering staff at 102.5. I hope you know how to engineer, because you don't know how to spell. When we come back, we got Kendra from Good Food Events and Catering, and she's tipping back a beer. I can't wait. See you in a cup.
I get asked all the time, why Tequila 512? And it would be real easy for me to say it's the 100% blue agave, the locally sourced volcanic spring water, the triple distillation, the 24-hour charcoal filtration. Hell, we could talk about the bourbon barrels, the oxygenation process, but at the end of the day, it just tastes damn good. Tequila 512, the official tequila of the VooDoo Chef.
That makes me want to drink Tequila 512. Just saying.
Not
Patrick,
at all.
you know what's going to be making its way into our lovely little grubby hands on Friday?
Beer, cigar, chicken wings.
Maybe that too. Let me give you a hint.
What's going on, Voodies? Today we're having dessert from the Cake Girl. Check them out online. Order them, they'll ship them directly to your house. If you're here in Tampa Bay, you can pick them up at their Carrollwood location. Cake Girl's cookie butter. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that top. Here we go. I can't wait to dig right through it. Nice and smooth. Oh, man. Ooh. I don't even know what to say. This is the shit.
Did you see me at the end of that? I go, this is the shit. And I looked to the side. I wonder if my wife was sitting there yelling at me like, I can't believe you just said that. But it's that damn good. It's that good. And we may or may not be getting to snack on that on Friday. I may have ordered 48 of those to show up somewhere on Friday where we're going to be. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, good news. And I think we're getting flan too this week. Is that a true statement?
Are we?
Unless I misread something.
I don't think we're making flan.
No, not making, getting.
Oh my God! Yes, we are. We're getting flan.
Yeah.
That doesn't excite me.
I assume that you set it up. So.
I did not.
Okay.
No,
I saw the message.
If I would have set it up, it would have been fried rice. And they can't deliver the Jack Daniel's flan to where we're going to be anyway. So
true.
We're going to get reggae flan, which is still good, but flan's not really my jam. I much prefer their fried rice, which I believe is on the menu every day now.
So I haven't had it yet. I'm gonna have to go try it. Check it out.
Well, if you get it, don't make the mistake of not getting everything, and make sure you talk to Esther and say, "Can I get extra shrimps?" And yes, you have to say shrimps with the S on the end, or else
you get one extra.
Yep, you're not going to get them.
Oh, got it.
Be like, I don't understand what he's talking about. But every time I go there, I go, I want the everything fried rice. And she goes, and I'm going to put some extra shrimps in there for you, VooDoo. And I'm like, you go ahead and do that, Esther. If you do go there, sit at the counter and talk to Esther. She owned her own restaurant before working for her son, Jose, at Flan Factory. Most importantly, the stories they talk about leaving Cuba, coming to the United States, just wonderful. I enjoy sitting at the bar there. My favorite pork sandwich in town. And you know what? Let's just put this on the podcast right now. I have been taking a soft dive into Tampa cuisine lately, but I'm on a mission to take a look at some of the Tampa staples that you just don't find anymore, starting with the crab shallah. I've been talking with Johnny B about this a lot, and I've reached out to our friends, the Faedos, who allegedly make a mean crab shallah, to see if we can get together and start doing something and talking about Tampa cuisine a little more. If this is something that interests you, or you know somebody who would be wanting to talk about this or look into this a little more. I mean, if you're out there, my cell phone's on the internet. Find it. Put them in touch with me. Send us the PM, DM, IM, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Get in contact with us, because this is something I'm seriously wanting to take a deep dive into. We want to start looking at Tampa cuisine and talking about it on the regular basis. Right after VooDoo Bash, we are going to do a Tampa cuisine episode on the Johnny B Show, where we're going to do a couple different versions of crab shallah and talk about that in its entirety. So beyond that, who knows where we're going to go? I'll tell you where we're not going to go: the Cuban sandwich. That is surface level. We want to go a little deeper. If you know anybody, put them in touch with us. That would be super, super cool. If you're writing in the chat bar, Pat's going to have to read them, because two things. I took off my glasses, and I've almost emptied my glass of Jack, so I can't read them. And Kendra's giggling at me right now. And with that said, let's just go ahead and bring her in, because let's give her a proper introduction. I've been doing what I do for 27 years now. I've seen a lot of students come through. I've had children of students who I've taught come through, which officially just makes me an old fuck. But there's those students that come through and they stay with you, and you keep coming up in the same circles. And Kendra is one of those peeps, and we won't see each other for a long time, and then we see each other a lot, and then we won't see each other for a long time. But her path has taken her to a lot of success here in Tampa Bay, and it makes me very proud. And I'm proud to have her here as a guest tonight on the VooDoo Chef Podcast. Kendra, what's going on? Your mic working?
Got it. I got it on mute.
You did it on purpose. You're trying to mute out some noise in the background. How are you tonight?
No, they're in the other room now. I'm good. Had a long day at work, so I barely made it home. Shower, and here I am.
Well, I did notice that you had your beer.
Yeah, for sure. This
What are you
is
drinking?
called Ghost in the Machine.
Does Sting or the police have any skin in that game?
I don't know. It's from Louisiana. It's called Parish Brewing. It's a Parish Brewing Company, but this is a double IPA, and it is delicious.
That's right up Patrick's alley, not mine.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I've had that a lot. For it on draft, but it's a good beer.
Yeah, it's better on draft, of course, but it's very good.
I'm drinking a dark beer myself from Tennessee. It's
That's
12
not
years.
beer.
12 years in the barrel. And I got to tell you, I really like this too.
I can't drink that, but to each their own.
Yeah, I'm saving it for you, Pat. I hope. You hope.
I was about to say, we'll see.
Yeah,
But
right?
not so much longer we're on here for tonight.
Well, you know what? That's why I brought this one over. So Kendra, you got home from work. What was going on today? Kendra is at Good Food Events and Catering, big catering company here in Tampa. They do events all over. She was at Armature Works last week. Couldn't even communicate by text. I mean, who can't text that weather at work? I mean, come on.
I never have my phone in my pocket, so I just put my phone down. I mean, I have my watch, so most of the time, sometimes it doesn't go to my watch, but if it goes to my watch, then I can see if it's important, and if it's not,
She goes, oh, it's not important. He can wait.
I wait. But I have my hands in food.
No, I'm kidding. But you're killing it all over town. What were you into today? Who were you catering? How big an event? What was the food?
So today was prep day. I worked at the other kitchen. I generally work at our
Other kitchen in Palm Harbor?
Yeah. I generally work there Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I do heavy prep. So I did all of our braised short ribs and mojo pork, and I'll get the big smoker out. It's a pellet smoker, and we'll smoke chicken.
She said that with a smile. Did you see that?
Yeah. Well, because this pellet smoker is huge, and you can fit so much food in it. So it's pretty cool. It's a newer smoker. We had smaller ones before, and now we have one giant one. I generally do all the heavy, I did a bunch of baby lamb chops today. So I generally do all the heavy stuff, heavy hitters on Tuesday.
Tell me about your mojo pork, because we're talking about Tampa cuisine. I just got done saying my favorite pork sandwiches is at Flan Factory. Tell me about the mojo pork. And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Are you guys making mojo, or are you opening a jar? I mean,
no, we make mojo, and then we use the braising liquid and we reduce it, and we use that with our finished product.
I mean, we tell everybody and teach everybody there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time when you're going to use a convenience product. It is what it is. But we used a convenience product just this week.
It's 50-50, honestly. We do open a bottle, but we also make ingredients and put it in there as well. So it's a little 50-50.
So if you had to, what's your favorite mojo pork in town? When we talk, and let me preface, because if you don't say good food, people are going to be like, what the fuck? I'm not eating their pork.
No, I actually really love
this versus a true bodega day and night. Catering houses were preparing for the masses. It's still great food, but it's not that fucking authentic bodega like you're going to get down the street.
Oh, I mean, it's authentic for sure. It's just not I don't know if I've had mojo pork anywhere else that I've just been like, wow. And we use it for our Cuban sandwiches. So we'll shred it real nice for our Cuban sandwiches.
Are you at the Tampa spot tomorrow?
Yes.
Do you have mojo pork over there?
No.
Okay.
But I will have short ribs.
Okay, maybe I will come. You're like all 22 blocks away from us.
I know, it's crazy. We have been so busy, which, it's obviously a blessing, but it will slow down a little bit over the summer. And I need a little vacay. I'm tired.
How many hours are you putting in a week at the catering house?
Honestly,
you have to understand, we have our peaks and valleys like everything else. We're not a regular 40-hour-a-week job in our industry. So
it varies.
And valleys. So what's your average putting in a week?
It varies so much. Like last week I did 45, but it was like a heavy 45. So, if I'm doing like a normal 40-hour work week, I feel like it's not as bad. Like if I'm doing a couple of days of prep and then I'm doing a couple of parties. But
that's like vacation, right?
it's steady. It's like comfortable. But when have like huge parties on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays, it can become exhausting.
When you're at Armature Works for a wedding and you've got Bridezilla breathing down your back, it could be exhausting.
Honestly, it's never the bride. It's
really?
Always the planner. I shouldn't even say that out loud.
That's because the bride's bitching at the planner. Don't let them fool you.
Honestly, though, I will say that I've been a bride, but honestly, when that day comes, you just want to look good and have fun. Honestly, like everything else just goes out the window unless something is going drastically wrong. These brides don't give a flip what's going on. Not at all.
In my long ass career, I'm not even going to try to do math. What the fuck are you drinking now? Was that vodka?
No, it's just water.
Oh,
I also have to hydrate.
I was like, holy cow, you fucking lush.
No. This is my second beer.
Oh yeah. I had, me. I have way more respect for you. I'm just joking. So in my, again, I can't do the math in my head. I'm old. I've only done 2 weddings. And the reason I've only done 2 weddings, and I can't wait to hear your take on this, is because it doesn't matter what happens at the wedding. If anything goes wrong, it's always the food's fault. This is allegedly a once-in-a-lifetime event. And if the food is not on par and hitting a home run, it could ruin everything.
Right.
So how do you feel about that, and how do you carry that burden of weight when you walk in?
I think that can be true a lot of times, but I don't think, like in my experience, and we've done, most of our parties are weddings or high-end corporate events. So we've never really had a full issue. There's been this appetizer was a little overcooked, a little more golden than desired. But it's never like, hey, this was effed up and I want my shit back. It's never like that. It's just like, hey, by the way, I noticed this. And it's usually coming from a planner. And I don't even think it goes through the bride and groom at that point. But we don't really have that problem. Like our culinary team is so good and so tight knit. Like we are like a machine. We know what we're doing.
How many members on your culinary team?
So we have our head chef, but he doesn't really cook as much anymore. He's normally the paperwork guy and goes over proposals and stuff like that, makes sure everything is vibing or making sense or the ingredients are correct or whatever. So there's him.
Is he also responsible for ordering?
Yes. He does go into events sometimes and works as an event chef, but majority of the times he's just literally back of house. And then we have our chef de cuisine, and then there's me and Jason, who are our two sous chefs. So those are the core group of people, and then we have a guy named Chris and a guy named Ryan, a guy named Joe. That's the core group of people. And then at the Palm Harbor location, we have two. They're basically two families that came here from Mexico and have worked for the catering company that we bought for a really long time. So they kept them. So they kind of do all like the empanadas and all of like the appetizers. We have like this, like they make crab rangoons. They make all sorts of stuff, handmade, hand rolled. They make egg rolls. They make literally so many things. They're like little machines. I swear.
What kind of crab do you put in your crab rangoons? We're like leaking all kinds of oil here tonight.
That's not my recipe, so.
Do you know or no?
No, because that's for the other company. I don't really pay attention to that.
Got you. Empanadas. So we're not talking about good food anymore. We're just going to talk about empanadas. You have a background in culinary. You went to the Art Institute Tampa, as did Chef Arts, and you've been a journeyman for a little bit of time. You worked around town, and you've made empanadas many a time.
Yeah.
Raisins or no raisins?
Depends on the recipe.
I'm asking you. I don't get
Quit
correct.
Or like picadillo recipe, we definitely use raisins.
Okay. Potatoes?
Potatoes we use in our mushroom chorizo empanadas.
But what about in your picadillo?
No.
What about olives?
Yes.
Oh, fuck all y'all. I hate all y'all. I love empanadas, but I hate olives.
It's minimal.
What's that?
It's minimal. It's not like you're taking a huge bite and it's like all olives or all raisins. It's very well balanced.
You have a child, right? Have you ever seen him like scrape the wall and just barely touch the wall, and he breaks down on the floor and he's just like thriving in pain like it was the worst thing ever and he's gonna die?
Yeah,
that's what happens to me if you eat a minced piece of olive, because I hate olives.
Promise you, if you tried our empanadas, I will literally bring them to you tomorrow. You won't feel that way.
Nobody's gonna say no to that. Nobody.
Unless you make a face, then no bueno.
I would never do that. I would tell you honestly, but I'm telling you right now, I hate olives. We got Bearded asking, any boiled eggs in your picadillo?
Hell no.
Right? I mean, what is Bearded's obviously white.
You definitely don't want to reheat that either.
Now he's gonna start talking about Paola and what she puts in.
You know what though? I have noticed different regions. The chefs I worked for before, they had a famous picadillo that beat Bobby Flay, and
how much
they made
money do you have to pay to beat Bobby Flay?
A little bit. I mean, they didn't. You know what? I have to censor myself there, but they don't. They pay for other things, but not for labor. Just saying.
No. I'm kidding. You know that. I know the Castros. They're very nice people, and they've been good to the community. They've been good to our schools. They worked at AI for some time. They had a heavy part in your education.
Yeah, that's how I met them.
And I know Ricardo and his lovely wife beat Bobby Flay. And if I'm not mistaken, now Ricardo works for her, right? Because she's the boss. Wait,
she's always been the boss for sure.
Isn't that all relationships?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Any happy one? No, they honestly, it was kind of a secret that they did the Bobby Flay thing, and we started busting out these empanadas, and I couldn't roll them. I had a hard time doing the roll. No.
Butta Cavoli destroyed Bobby with his meatball. And Butta, I got to know, what is that picture that Max posted the other day? He posted a picture of you and Bobby Flay. I want to know where that hangs so I can come get a picture with that. And of course I was joking about what it cost to beat Bobby Flay.
Yes, of course, it's a joke. No, they made it a big secret until until like it happened. And I wondered why they were busting out all these empanadas. And then they told me. I was like, oh, wow. So it was funny. Because it was a big secret.
Well, they're supposed to keep it a secret until they know the air date, and then they let it go. But I assume you're talking about Bread and Butter is where that picture hangs. And I still got to come down to Bread and Butter. Let me know what the hours of that place are. Because if you're open, maybe I swing by this week. One day after school. We got Glenn Wiggins checking in. Look at this. All these people said empanadas dropped off the shelter. I don't even know how to say that. Tampa Jet Center would be nice. We got Fleener wanting to make sure that no empanadas get dropped off at 401 South 50th Street.
Hey, I mean, we got our new space, so we're close to a lot of places now. It wasn't far to begin with, but
same as Chena. Now he's humbly bragging that he's got 2 restaurants, but I love you. I don't know what Chena's hours are, so just tell me what time you open so I can come down. Of course, I know where you hang out during the day as you're getting ready to open the shift.
Wait, is that his pizza spot?
Yeah, Bread and Butter, as in Butter Cavoli.
I didn't know that.
He owns Chena. He owns Butter.
I've been wanting to go to Chena forever.
Right. I bet if you took some empanadas, he'd trade you a meatball for an empanada.
So he'd beat Bobby Flay with meatballs? Because my husband's Italian, and he loves the meatball. Meatball grinder. That's his favorite.
But is it still true if I come down, you'll make me a meatball sub? I know it's not on I don't believe it's on the menu. And I'm still pissed. So I go to Chena one night. And first of all, they don't have Jack inside. He goes outside and finds Jack somewhere and brings me Jack, which I love you for that. And then he comes out and he brings me a dish and he goes, hey, I whipped this up for you. And I was like, dude, that was the best thing I ate all night. It was fucking vegetarian, motherfucker. I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I hate vegetarians. Fuck all y'all. But Butter can cook. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm a vegetarian right next to my meat, you know? Just, it's got to have meat. And then
Say, we might have to exit you.
No, you got to have a steak. I'll eat the vegetables, but you got to have like a steak.
Okay,
you know?
okay, I can accept that. I can accept that.
That's what I meant. Oh, gosh.
I can't see. I'm afraid I'm going to push the wrong button here.
There's one food I don't like in this world, and it is goat cheese. I don't know why.
Oh, seriously?
I like all the other ones, but
I love goat cheese. Goat cheese empanada. Yeah, right.
We make kale and goat cheese arancinis. I actually made that today, but I just don't like goat cheese.
You know what I like better than kale? Absolutely everything except olives.
Kale's not that bad.
It's not that good though either, Kendra.
I like kale.
All right, Kendra, let's what's this? We do a Parmesan meatball sub and bread and butter.
Yeah,
I am on my way. I might be there this weekend, Chef.
Same. That sounds
I might
amazing.
Be there this weekend.
I still need to go try the barbecue place.
Wicked Oak?
It stares at my face every day right next to work, and I still haven't been. I have a list. I have a list of places I need to go.
When you work in industry, it's kind of hard to get out and go into our industry and find something to eat. All right, let's cut to the quick here, Kendra. First and foremost, tell us about the burger you're going to bring this year, because you're not out to win this year, are you?
I'm never out to win. I just want you to be like, wow, this was a good burger.
And not just, you don't want me to do that. You want everybody to do that. And that's what I love.
Every single person. You
want to feed amazing food. So do you have an idea what you're going to bring to the table this year at VooDoo Bash?
I don't know. Honestly, when I went on Johnny B, we did the Boris burgers, and my husband was so obsessed. I'm like, maybe I should go that route.
It was really, really good. It was really good that night. And you're like, yeah, I just threw this together.
I did, because you texted me at 3 p.m. So.
Well, you know me.
But, I mean, that's what we do, and honestly, don't get me wrong. Last year I did
Yeah,
I did like the sirloin burger, but I'm gonna stick with some type of hearty meat for sure. I don't know. No chicken, no turkey. No.
That's not a burger. That's not a burger. And we might have to alter the rules of engagement there, Joe Dodd.
No, I think it's okay to have different options because then you know what's really good. I did have several people come up to me and have another piece, and they're like, "I have no room, but this was so good." Because I did the bone marrow compound butter and the still in. It was so good.
Rub it in.
It's so funny because when we moved kitchens and I was going through the freezer, I found a log of that bone marrow compound butter. And I was like, oh, I got to make another burger. But I don't know where it went. I think one of the guys threw it out because they hate me. Just kidding. I wish I knew where it was, though, because I found it and I put it aside in the other freezer and now it's not there. So I'll have to make it again.
So Tim made a comment while we were sitting here bullshitting. And Tim made a comment last week on the podcast. And after he made the comment, he's like, dude, I hope it's okay that I threw that out there. And absolutely it's okay, because I think a lot of times we don't say it enough. We come in here and you know, Pat and I and Ed, when he's not working, we just kind of get comfortable and relax and have a good time here. But Tim's right. Everything we do, whether it's VooDoo Bash, the Sig Chef dinner, the golf tournament, all of it is to raise money to do what we do for our students through the VooDoo Chef Foundation. So let's make sure we throw that out here tonight. And Tim, I appreciate you reminding us of that. Like I said, a lot of times, you know, I live this every day and I've been doing it for a long time. Tonight's like a break and a relaxation and hanging out and talking with friends and industry. So it takes me out of that mindset, and I appreciate everybody for that. But the reality is everything that we're doing is to raise money to send kids to school. We have a registration this week where I think we're going to be helping 2 more students enter into an opportunity they might not have been afforded to be able to do. And we're able to do that because of Kendra and Butta and Tim and Fleener and Bearded and all these other people that help us through VooDoo Bash, through Sig Chef, through everything that we do to raise the little bit of money we do to be able to give back. And we'd love to be able to do more. And so, Tim, thanks for reminding us of that, because that is why we do what we do. It's great to come out and eat burgers all day and talk a lot of smack and you know, banter with our fellow chefs.
That's the industry. We just banter with each other. None of it's serious. We just want to eat good food and drink good booze, you know?
Right. And that's why we do what we do, to try to get more people in.
I will say, when I did this signature dinner,
Butta needs a pizza person.
Do you need a pizza oven? I have one for sale. Let me know.
A pizza oven? Oh, yeah, we can't afford that. I know how much that thing fucking cost.
He might want it. Hey, I mean, he might want it.
How much are you charging for it?
That's up to my boss, but it's available for purchase.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when I did the signature dinner last year, it was, just send me a PM. SCCC doesn't understand that, but I know how to check those. So no, I'm broke. But then you can make more pizza, sell more pizza. Just kidding. All right. So anyway, when I did the chef signature dinner last year, it was really cool to see all of your culinary students or future culinary students and just those really young kids who once was me. That was like, oh my God, let me help you. What is this? Can I try it? Like, so respectful, so like hungry to understand and see what was going on, help me plate the dinner. And honestly, it was just like, it was really amazing for somebody like me who once was there. And I mean, I
literally there.
Like, I was at Chamberlain doing the culinary thing, and I got to do the Pro Start program at Johnson & Wales. And I just knew like that there's nothing else for me. I don't care how much it costs. I'm doing
Kendra, why did I say you went to AI?
No, I did go to AI, but
why did you just say you went to Johnson & Wales?
I did the Pro Start program.
Oh, when we did all the trainings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I was like, did I fuck up? I didn't fuck up.
But
I was actually supposed to go there, but family stuff came up, so I stayed and went here.
And life played exactly the way it's supposed to play, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And so you brought it up, Sig Chef. Last year you were the entree at Sig Chef, and you said, I want to do it again because you said you did enjoy it. Do you have so Kendra will be doing the entree at Sig Chef. We still have a couple courses available. If you don't know what Sig Chef is, we put together. I don't even want to know what Tim said about Johnson Wales.
Second best culinary school.
Second best culinary school. Yeah.
I assume that's for your buddy Shane there, buddy.
Agree to disagree.
Kendra says it's third.
No, I mean, I honestly was supposed to go to Rhode Island. Like, I was ready to go. I had scholarships lined up. It was a whole thing. But life gets in the way, like you said. But the international part of the school that we went to was really cool. It wasn't just typical French, classic. You got a whole array of everything.
I mean, not every school can have a Viet Vo.
He was in my class. So.
Right.
I'm being funny. Kendra's like, that ain't
I mean, I'm proud of everybody that went there. I'm most proud of myself, but
and you should be.
I'm proud of everybody that went there.
You should be.
It took me a long time to be confident to cook in front of people, and now I'm like, when you want a class? Let's go. Sign me up.
You should be proud of anybody that went to any culinary school and came out and they're working in industry and successful, because that's
culinary
what
school doesn't mean everything, but
it
for
doesn't.
me.
It doesn't. It's who you are and what you do with it. So, all right, let's talk Sig Chef, because you're entree. Sig Chef, we bring in 6 chefs, 6 different courses. Each chef brings a different course to the table. It is a private group of 50 people, and it's to raise money for the foundation. So people pay a lot of money to come eat from some of the best chefs in Tampa Bay. Somebody does the past hors d'oeuvre, somebody does the soup, somebody does the salad, somebody does the app. You're knocking out the entree. Somebody has the dessert. I'm sure I'm missing a course. Every course is paired with Gallo wine, courtesy of Gallo wine. And it is an amazing night. This year we have a live acoustic set from Wicked. They're flying in from New York to do a live acoustic set for us. And like I said, it's all to raise money for the foundation. And you're knocking out the entree. So, any ideas what you're cooking this year?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. It's less than 3 months away.
I have no idea. I'm gonna actually search around our purveyors' websites, see what they got that's out there, ask for a couple samples, and go from there. That's what I did last year. I kind of gotta poke around, get the inspiration like I did last year, and then it'll all fall into place.
And you absolutely destroyed it. People, when the plates walk in, it's nice to watch. Everybody just shuts up and watches the plates flow in. Johnny B stops the music. Johnny B's the MC for the night. He starts talking about what's being delivered. And the chef comes up, talks about the food, and it hits the tables, and then the place gets quiet because everybody's just sitting there eating. And I get to sit in the back and just watch everybody smile, and it's such a great night because the customers, the people who donated to come eat, they're enjoying themselves. Like you said, the students who volunteer to work that night, they're interacting with the chefs, and you see them huddled back trying to sneak tastes, kind of like any other server in the back of a kitchen.
Actually, they waited until we served, and they said, "Do you have any extra that we could try? We'll share."
Well, that's because they're afraid
so
to kick their ass.
respectful. Well, that might also be true, but I made enough for everybody. I wanted to make sure that's just how I am. I want to make sure everybody eats. I gave some to Bearded Monkey was setting up for the burger thing the next day, and I just gave them some. I'm like, I just like to feed people.
And you like the reaction on their face. I think it's that immediate gratification that we get from feeding people that draws us to do what we do.
Yeah, it's like art on a plate.
That's probably why you went to AI.
Probably.
Kendra, you want the good news or the bad news?
For what?
For where we're heading.
The good news?
The good news is Amelia is ready for trivia tonight.
The bad news?
I'm really competitive, and it doesn't matter that she's like 3, 4, 5 years old. I'm going to destroy her like everybody else, just saying. But Tim, I love your daughter. I hope she had an amazing birthday at Disney World. But I have to win, buddy. You know me.
Where does Tim work again? I think I pass it every day going to work.
It used to be called East Lake Woodlands Country Club. Now it's called a word that I always mess up. Aria Country Club.
I feel like I passed it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, I think that's where the guy."
You know where AMC Woodlands is in Oldsmar? It's right across the street.
Yeah, yep. I pass it every day. Well, every Tuesday and Thursday.
So if you're out there and you're wanting to play trivia, Pat, do we have a link in the thing yet?
We do. 30 up.
Click on that link if you want to play trivia with us.
He's helping you out there, Erik.
What's that?
He said he's helping you out there with the name of the place. Ardea.
I thought he was doing pirate talk. Pirate talk. Tim, I thought you were doing pirate talk, buddy.
But I just let you stop there and freeze and pause and try to figure out what I said, and then just moved on.
What's this one? Oh, she's 5. She just celebrated her 5th birthday. Last week, we missed wishing her a happy birthday, so I hope you have a happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed Disney World, and I want to see a picture of you on Daddy's shoulders in front of the Geodesic Dome in front of Epcot for many, many years to come. I hope Tim is 85 and you're sitting on his shoulder taking that picture. All right, Tim, are you not coming in? If you're coming in for trivia, now's the time to jump in. We are going to take about a minute here and let everybody jump in the room. While everybody's jumping in the room, and I think I'm out of freaking ads to play, buddy. So, Timmy, if you're coming in, jump in. Bearded, jump in.
Posted a picture from last year from Signature Dinner. Perfect opportunity.
I looked for a picture of you and me, and I looked for those pictures, and the only picture I found I have up on a website. It's you're gonna look at that and go, where the hell's that from? And I was saying the same thing when I found it. So maybe you're gonna have to send me some pictures so that we can post them.
I can't believe you don't have it from that night. It's so
wait, have them and find them. 2 different things.
Oh yeah, that's true.
2 different things. All right, so we're gonna get ready for trivia here, Kendra. It's looking like it's gonna be you and me going head to head.
What's the theme?
Theme for tonight is 90s trivia.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Cody and Melanie, official, storm chasers up in Iowa are out chasing some naders. They're not going to be able to make it for trivia tonight.
Wow.
They will still answer your franchise calls.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's our picture. If you have any franchise information that you need, our official franchise entrepreneurs will take care of you when they're not chasing storms.
Hey, I do have a question about kids getting into your kind of like program. I met this girl. She's like 13, 14. She did a pop-up dinner at Birch and Vine, and she's an aspiring chef. So I thought it would be, I don't really know how to get her.
Find out where she goes to school. She's probably still in middle school. We got to wait till she's closer, but when she's closer, we could definitely work with her and get her wherever she needs to be.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Look at this. We got self-appointed ambassador checking in. He took a minute to click the link because he went to get his bash shirt. What's up, buddy? How many bananigans have you had tonight, and are you going to blame it on the bananigans when I win?
I'm going to blame it on the outcome.
He's gonna call bananigans when we win. All right, Timothy Keelik, I got to get you in here if you're playing games. So, Butta Kaboli, why are you not jumping in to play some VooDoo games, buddy? Ooh, we're catching the feedback. I'm going to bet it's from the Fleen. I'm going to work on your mic for a second. All right, Timothy Keelik. I know he's putting his girl to bed. That's the thing. We lost the Fleen. All right, Patrick. It's time for a little VooDoo Games.
Nobody showed up for me today. Also, you spelled my last name wrong for like the 15th million time.
I know. I do it.
But it's now Mastrone, so you can try and spell that one now. I actually changed it to my husband's last name.
Well, you changed it to your last name. And
It is now my last name, yes.
But you wrote fucking Sharpe on your TV screen too.
Well, because I wanted to show you that there's no E. But you should have sharp knives. You actually cut yourself worse with dull knives. Just keep that in mind.
You've been telling me this for 20 years.
It's okay. I don't care.
You know the love is real. That's what matters.
As long as you compliment my food, I will always show up.
You know what? I'm proud of your success. I can't say that enough. All right, here we go. It's time for a little VooDoo Games. Let's get a brand up here just in case our boy Gunner's watching so he can take some photos. He would love that one right there, Pat.
I'm about to lean backwards here.
He would love that one. We're going to send it to him. We'll send that to Gunner. Okay, watch this. I'll give him one over here, too. All right, Gunner. These are just for you. All right. VooDoo Games, as always. Patrick will give us the title to the trivia category. He will then read a question. If you think you know the answer, simply shout out your own name. Patrick will call upon whomever he hears first. If you answer the question and answer it correctly, you will receive 1 point. If you answer it incorrectly, Patrick will say, sorry, Fleener. VooDoo has a chance to answer the question for the win. Shenanigans. At the end of the competition, the person with the most points will win VooDoo Games. And as always, if you win tonight's VooDoo Games, you'll have your name entered into you'll fucking win a free subscription. You'll win a free subscription.
I think we're all in rare form this evening.
I haven't really had cocktails in quite some time, so
That's your third.
Okay.
But who's counting?
I'm just saying we're in rare form this evening. I'm not a hater. I don't give a crap.
All right, Pat. What is our category tonight that I have had no previous knowledge of, Sean?
All right. So for tonight, we have a 90s trivia.
And just so you know, buddy, he picked that category because I have no chance of winning. I have no knowledge of the 1990s. None.
That's not true.
Millennials. Oh.
Hey, I'm an older millennial. Okay.
All right. Question number 1. Which sitcom featured 6 friends living in New York City? VooDoo.
My favorite
Friends.
show.
Sorry, Sean.
Can we at least make a rule where you finish the question so I can my brain can get there?
Sure. You can wait.
No, you can wait. All right.
I'll be more than happy if you guys wait.
All right. Question number 2. What was the name of the handheld digital pet that was popular in the 90s?
VooDoo.
Kendra.
VooDoo.
Wrong.
Shenanigans.
Let's go here first. So VooDoo and then Kendra.
Nano.
Not correct. Kendra.
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi's correct.
God bless you.
Hey, you had to feed them or they would die.
Yeah, fuck.
You have no idea.
I know nothing of the 90s.
Okay.
Was Friends really in the 90s, not in the 80s?
The 90s.
90s, yeah.
94 to 97, I think.
Hmm.
Well, maybe 2003. I don't know. Anyway, continue.
Number 3.
One moment, please. 1 moment, please. Timothy Keelik, it says you're backstage. You're not backstage. We're going to send you a direct link here. Talk amongst yourselves.
He better not remember the 90s.
We have to get Timothy Keelik in this room because he sent me a picture of Amalia, and she's got to be here. So, Tim, check your email. I'm going to send it there right now because we got to get girlfriend in this room. And I'm even going to tell you the prefix of your email that I have. Yeah, I can't see it. Club Cores. No, we're going to go to. Shut up. They're on my face. Yahoo, Tim. Link is coming to Yahoo right now.
You could probably see it in the 90s.
I probably could have, brother.
Hey, I'm an 80s baby, but I remember the 90s more. I probably don't remember the 2000s as much, like the early 2000s.
All right, Timothy Keelik, it's in yahoo.com. How can we not wait? How can we not wait? Right?
Wow.
Absolutely.
So, Tim, we'll give you the time it takes for Fleener to make another drink, so I have a better chance of winning.
And for the night.
Me too, man. Me too. So I can't read. I'll leave my glasses on so I could like pretend to read, right? And you know what? We're missing. We're missing our boy from Newport Richie, Don. What's up, buddy? Don Hill, where are you at tonight?
So where's Ed for real?
Ed took last night off because we were on Johnny B, and he probably got out late tonight. He had to flip-flop nights. So, you know, that's how it rolls. Fleen, you look tired tonight, Poppy. How's your hand?
It's a little jacked up still.
Wait, is that permanent?
No, I have a torn tendon. I got to wear a splint, but I took it off for a little bit.
Man.
You gotta? Are you dipping right now?
Dipping?
No.
I haven't done that since I was like 19.
Yeah, me either.
By the way,
what's that?
That was in the early 2000s.
Late 90s.
I think you're the same age as me.
I'll be 40 next month.
Okay, I'm 36. Almost there.
So you guys just missed each other at Chamberlain.
That was 02.
I mean, I was there 02 to 03. So yeah, 03 was the graduating class.
Oh, so we are going to spot them 1 point. 1 point for joining late. Please welcome our good friends. I think this is them. What is going on?
Hey, your hair's in your face, kid.
We got Longboat and Milo in the room. What is going on, gentlemen?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
I'm a
You
redhead.
guys need a lead singer?
I'm a redhead now.
Lordy. So what happened to Milo? Where'd Milo go?
Oh, yeah, well, see, the thing happened on Little Mermaid ride at Disney. Things got weird, so, here we are.
So, Tim, if I told you look oddly like the lead singer from Scream Machine, how would that make you feel?
It would make me feel like I need to take my shirt off.
That would be wicked.
Yeah, also true. Thanks for not making that comparison. They're far more handsome than I am.
If I had to mention,
I'm a caregiver.
happy birthday, baby doll.
Thank you. Who's Milo? I'm a caregiver.
Anyways, let's go.
All right, so we are on question number 3. Patrick, what is the score? Remember, we are giving Milo 1 point. I was like, what happened to my hair?
That's 3 million points to Richard Branch on the piano.
So all of that said, I got 1 point VooDoo, 1 point Kendra, and 1 point Milo. So going on, question number 3 here.
I thought we gave Milo Kendra's point.
No, rude.
We gave it back.
It was worth a shot.
She
I
earned
deserve my point.
Question 3. In what year did the World Wide Web become publicly accessible?
VooDoo.
VooDoo.
92.
Not correct.
Longboat.
Longboat.
97.
Not correct.
Kendra.
Kendra.
98.
Nope. Fleener.
Damn.
4.
Not correct. It was actually 1991. VooDoo, you were close.
Well,
But then again, you suck with numbers, as we all know, so it's all good.
So that means I get it, right?
It's not come close enough. It's what year?
All right.
Plus or minus 2.
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's from Doc Barbecue.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. All right. Question number 4. What was the name of the popular dance craze that originated in the 90s, characterized by a series of repetitive steps?
VooDoo.
Kendra.
VooDoo.
Line dancing.
Nope. Kendra.
The electric slide.
Nope.
No.
Longboat.
Longboat.
Macarena.
Macarena. That's the one.
What?
That was
All
the
right.
one. 90s.
Longboat. I've never met a pirate that knows how to do the Macarena.
Hey, Macarena.
I know how to do it.
I'm hip. I'm cool.
I was once 30 years ago.
I do it better than him.
He's not like regular dads. He's a cool dad.
All right. Question number 5.
Irregular dad.
Milo's now leading, dude.
Yes. 2 points.
Put my hat back on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Okay, here it goes. Here it is.
Kind of like teaching right now, isn't it, Pat?
all the time. All right, number 5. Which
I love
sitcom?
you, brother.
Which sitcom featured the dysfunctional Bundy family
VooDoo.
and aired VooDoo?
Married with Children.
Married with Children.
Love and marriage. Marriage. Go together like a horse and carriage. You can't have one without the other.
Man, Al Bundy was a stud.
One of our weddings just played that recently for like one of their fun dance songs.
And
With
nobody
the
got
couple. No, with the couple did it.
it.
Tim Keelik, you ever seen the
I
movie?
played Meatloaf at my wedding. Nobody got
I
it.
mean,
But
hell yeah.
Tim Keelik, you ever seen the movie Dutch with Ed O'Neill?
yes.
You're probably the only one who would. Nothing burps better than bacon in the morning. All right, Pat, back to you.
All right. Question number 6. Which TV show featured a group of teenagers who could morph into superheroes to fight
VooDoo.
evil?
Kendra.
Longboat.
VooDoo.
Power Ranger. Mighty Morphin
That
Power
was
Ranger.
totally me.
Yeah, I heard you second, Kendra. I did hear you, but I heard you second.
Go ahead, Fleener. Say it.
Mighty Morphin Power.
I thought you were going to say shenanigans.
All right. Question number 7. What was the name of the portable cassette player that became popular in the 90s?
Kendra.
VooDoo.
Hello.
Walkman.
Ah, you knew that.
Milo, you knew that, didn't you?
Yes, I knew that.
Get your hair out of your eyes.
Milo,
That's
what's
the
a
problem?
It's affecting your ears.
Where's
Question number 8.
my underwear?
Which animated TV series followed the adventures of 4 turtles named after Renaissance
Milo.
VooDoo?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Sean, is your mic working?
It must not be.
I looked over. I see you like flailing around over there, but I was looking on the other screen. So
Maybe
It's coming, Pat, just so you know. Right now. It's coming right now.
I know.
Here it comes,
All right.
Boo.
Question number 9. Who was the lead singer
Fleener.
of Nirvana? Fleener. Go ahead, Fleener. What is it? First name I heard.
VooDoo.
That's not correct.
VooDoo's
no
rough.
mic. All right. VooDoo.
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain. I was ready for it, but unfortunately, I still have the mic for you there.
You got the lead singer?
And just for fun, I guess, not that we really need it here. So, question number 10. What present day company founded Go ahead, Fleener. What's the answer?
Every time he gets it.
Tim, have you ever seen who's the guy that did Ray Charles?
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, have you ever seen him, Jamie Foxx, do Main Justice?
Have you ever seen Ray Charles Kids?
No, neither. You sucked me right in, dude. Have you seen Jamie Foxx on Saturday Night Live do Main Justice? Because that's what you sound like with your accent.
Hey, listen. Who won? Fleener won. He may or may not have won.
Winner.
It may not be determined at some point later in time, or
No.
time at some point, maybe.
Tim, we have a prize now. You didn't know? A lifetime viewership to the VooDoo Chef Podcast.
Oh my goodness! Great.
I can do that on Spotify.
All right. Well, we got second place then, I think.
I'll watch all this all I want.
I'll tell you what, Milo. If you get question number 10, you win. Patrick, go ahead.
Here we go.
All right. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to go ahead and change it up a little bit here. What was the name of the handheld gaming console released by Nintendo in 1980? Milo.
Game Boy?
Game Boy's correct.
Yes.
Milo has
lifetime membership.
Lifetime viewership to the VooDoo Chef Podcast.
Oh my goodness gracious!
I mean, everybody wants that, right? We got to try to get viewership however we can, bro.
Hey, I want to tell you for the first time, for the last time, never the last time, we appreciate everything that you do. And whatever we can do for the VooDoo Foundation, to donate as much money as we can to the foundation, we're going to do it.
Tim, I love
we
you.
may not win Hamburger of the Year every year. Heck, we've never even won it once. I'm going to do it every single time if I can get money into that scholarship fund.
Tim, what do I got to do to coax you into Signature Chef?
Yeah, why aren't you doing that?
Tim runs a country club, Ardea. Do you see how I know the name now?
Okay, I
Ardea.
work for a large catering company.
Where's that fucking cheat sheet, Pat?
None of that matters. You got all these wonderful people, and thank you all so much for this and contributing to all this. And whatever I can do, I'll do. But I appreciate that all of you do what he does to contribute to the VooDoo that we all do so well.
I love you, brother. I love you. I love the dad you are more than anything, brother. Keep doing that.
All right, man. We'll see you guys at the Burger Bash.
Hey, what time do you work on Friday?
On Friday? I don't know, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah, forget that. You get lunch?
I'll buy you lunch. Come over here and see.
You know what? We might go have a cigar at your place this week instead
That
of
sounds great. I got a patio especially for that.
Knick-knack, you down?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Tell the guard at the gate you're there to see Chef Tim, and I'll let you in.
You might just see us this week, my friend.
I got
want to come. Can I come?
Friday, 12:30 it is.
Give me one.
1:15.
All right, guys. Be good, be bad, but if you're bad, be real good at being bad.
Look at Glenn. Glenn knows exactly what's going on.
Hey, you know, I did speaking of cigars, we did a wedding at the JC Newman Cigar Factory, and I got to like walk through the factory and see how they hand rolled the cigars. It was pretty freaking cool.
I appreciate you thinking of me and inviting me down.
Well, I mean, I was working a wedding. It wasn't for fun. If you wanted to get in the sweat and cook outside by the plants, you're more than welcome.
Just so you know, when Ric Flair was going to have his birthday at a club here local where I knew the chef said, just so you know, you're working that day, but you're not really working that day. Show up in your jacket. As soon as you get in the building, take off your jacket because I know what it means for you to be able to go have Ric Flair chop you in the chest. And you know, that's how it went down like that. Now you're telling me I couldn't even fake work for you for a little bit?
You totally could. You should come to one of our armature work events. See it.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I said fake work. I think you missed that part.
No, you can come eat food and like see how we do the thing.
No, I really appreciate that. I'm joking with you. I think you're a rock star, Kendra. Fleener, I love that you're a self-appointed ambassador.
You should be.
Tim Keelik is he's out of the green room, but he's still listening. Timmy, you're a rock star from day one. when I said I wanted to start this thing, I met Tim and Shane at Cigar City Brewery, and we talked for hours about what the VooDoo Chef Foundation, the VooDoo crew was going to look like. And Tim and Shane are still with us to this day, helping us get back and do what we do. So I got nothing but mad love for those guys. And I'll never forget the day I met Tim. He had big pork chops, which you can still see from time to time, him wearing. And Shane had a 6-inch bleach blonde mohawk. And as soon as I saw them standing side by side, I was like, these are my fucking people. And we've been friends ever since. And I have nothing but love for those guys and helping us continue to do what we do with Foundation. And of course, we couldn't do it, Fleen. You're part of the family. I fuck with you every day about being a self-made and whatever the fuck it's called. But I love seeing what you produce every day. And you too, I love the dad that you are. Don't ever let that end. Kendra, I've known you since you were what, like 15?
Yeah.
And you're killing it. Kicking ass, taking names.
I'm doing all right.
You're doing all right. I think you're doing better than all right. I think you are slaying Tampa Bay, one of the top catering companies in town. Everybody talks about the amazing job you guys do. And every time I hear that company's name, I immediately think of you. And I'm proud that I hopefully had some small part in that. So
absolutely. You gave me one of your first scholarships. I mean, it wasn't like probably what you're giving now, but it was like one of the first you gave us like a little bit.
We gave away $13.75 last week. It was amazing.
I mean, it made a world of difference to me. Like I said, like he's, the self-made ambassador or whatever, and that's great. You should be. But for me, I think culinary school drove me to be where I am now.
I think you drove you to be where you are now. And that's what's amazing. And don't ever, ever lose that. Folks, can't wait to see you guys next week. Peace and love.